Alright, welcome to part 3 of my Warner Brothers DVD collection Autumn 2021 edition. Where we last left off in part 2, we looked at the Tom and Jerry titles. Now for this part 3, we are going to be looking at titles of the Flintstones and the Jetsons. So, without further ado, let's get started. Here's this first release. Doesn't say when this came out, but according to eBay, it came out in 2004, so this is a 2004 DVD release of the Flintstones, the complete first season. From the Hanna-Barbera Golden Collection, all 28 episodes of Season 1. Now, about Season 1, it says, all 28 episodes from the first season on 4 DVDs. Bedrock's most famous family is audiences first fell in love with them. Bedrock's most famous family is audiences first fell in love with them. It does seem like I'm being a teacher as I'm doing a live stream. Well, it's alright. It's alright. Bedrock's most famous family is audiences first fell in love with them. Now, about Season 1, when I was watching Season 1 episode of The Flintstones, earlier Season 1 episodes, Barney Rubble sounded more like Bugs Bunny because he had a more Jersey-like accent with his voice in the earlier episodes, but then later episodes, he had a more realistic, more chuckly sounding voice. Now, if I wanted, and what I mean by that is, I could give you the more familiar Barney Rubble voice if you want to hear it. Does anyone want to hear a Barney Rubble impression? Because I sure can do a good one. Not the Jersey one, but the more familiar one. Alright. For Husky Dog 88, here is what my Barney Rubble impression would be like.
Whoa, gee, Fred! Gee, Fred! How you doing there, Fred? Hey, how's it going, Fred? Oh, like you say, please go check out Flickr Love 2000's channel. His videos are really cool and interesting.
Alright. That's how I would do it. And then in one episode of The Flintstones, the Snorkosaurus hunter to be exact, Dino actually spoke and talked. But in other episodes, he wouldn't talk anymore. What did you think of the impression and his laugh at the end? Here's what the cover looks like. Now, here's the front. Now look at the back. Yeah. apparently, Jackie Gleason almost sued Alan Reed for copying the Honeymooners into an animated spin-off called The Flintstones. If you didn't know, Jackie Gleason almost sued Alan Reed for that. Well, Dino is a dinosaur that acts like a dog because he goes. What did you think of the Barney Rubble impression I did? And that laugh? Husky Dog 88. Did you also hear that Dino impression I just did? Wow. And here is now disc 1 of season 1 contains the episodes The Flintstones Flyer, Hot Lips Hannigan, The Swimming Pool, No Help Wanted, The Split Personality, Monster from the Tar Pits, and The Babysitters. Disc 2 contains At the Races, The Engagement Ring, Holly Rock Here I Come, The Golf Champion, The Sweepstakes Ticket, The Drive-In, and The Prowler. Disc 3 contains the episodes The Girls' Night Out, Arthur Corey's Dance Class, The Big Bank Robbery, The Snorkosaurus Hunter, The Hot Piano, The Hypnotist, and Love Letter on the Rocks. Disc 4 contains the episodes The Tycoon, The Astronauts, The Long Long Weekend, In the Dole, The Good Scout, Rooms for Rent, and Fred Flintstone Before and After. Yeah, but So, Husky Dog 88. Do you know what was different about who voiced Emily Elizabeth in season 1 of the 1964 series of Clifford compared to the other series from 1965 to 87? To other seasons of the series, if you know what I mean. Now, disc 4 contains the episodes The Tycoon, The Astronauts, The Long Long Weekend, In the Dough, The Good Scout, Rooms for Rent, and Fred Flintstone Before and After. Now, disc 3 contains Girls' Night Out, Arthur Corey's Dance Class, The Big Bank Robbery, The Snorkosaurus Hunter, The Hot Piano, The Hypnotist, and Love Letters on the Rocks. Here's what each disc looks like. Disc 1 features Wilma and Fred. Disc 2 contains Betty and Barney. Disc 3 contains Dino and Wilma and Wilma's holding up a piece of steak on disc 3. But if you look at disc 4, you notice that it looks more like a full-screen, widescreen side disc from the 1990s, from the late 1990s. But it's a 2004 release. going to tell you how each disc opened up with. Each disc of the Flintstones Season 1, they open up with the 1996 Warner Home Video logo in full screen with the 1996 regular strings theme, the DVD menu, and the start of whatever short. But here's the catch. This DVD of Season 1 and Season 2, they use the song Rise and Shine as the instrumental. Rise and Shine was also used in the first 2 episodes of Season 3, but then beginning with Barney the Invisible, which is the 3rd episode of Season 3, they had to change it to meet the Flintstones, possibly due to a copyright claim by ABC because they used it in the Bugs Bunny show theme as well. And do you want to know which character cried the most in Season 1? Actually, Jeremy Barton, it's in widescreen format, but it has the logo in full screen for some reason. So, and Husky Dog 88. In Season 1, Fred Flintstone cried the most. He cried in episodes The Babysitters, At the Races, Holly Rock, Here I Come, No Help Wanted, Love Letters on the Rocks. He cried in No Help Wanted, The Babysitters, At the Races, Holly Rock, Here I Come, The Hypnotist, and Love Letters on the Rocks, and In the Dough. Wilma cried in 2 episodes of the series, which were The Astronauts and In the Dough. And about the episode In the Dough, there's this one scene where Wilma and Betty sob, "We have the measles!" And then Fred sobs, "Oh, that's so awful." Alright. Here's this next DVD release, the 2000... It doesn't say when this came out, but it also came out in 2004. Flintstones Complete 2nd Season. All 32 episodes of Season 2. All 32 episodes over 13 hours of rock-solid gold Flintstones. Apparently, in the first few episodes of Season 2, Dawes Butler had to take over and voice Barney Rubble because the original actor, Mel Blanc, had to And did you know that Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble actually cried at one point in the episode The Babysitters, Husky Dog 88? And I can do a reenactment of the scene.
He tore up the tickets! All the dumb things to do. The tickets are gone. He tore them up. Barney, how could you?
Isn't that what it sounded like, Husky Dog 88? All 32 episodes over 13 hours of rock solid gold Flintstones because Mel Blanc was recovering from a car accident. And what were your thoughts on... Alright, so here's the inside of Season 2. Now, Husky Dog 88, did you know that beginning in Season 1 was the only season in which the Flintstones house had blue-colored walls, whereas in Season 2 they then changed it to brown? Alright, Disc 1 contains the episodes The Hit Songwriter, Droop Along Flintstone, The Missing Bus, Alvin Brickrock Presents, Fred Flintstone Woos Again, and The Rock Quarry Story. Disc 2 contains the episodes The Soft Touchables, Flintstone to Princetone, The Little White Lie, Social Climbers, The Beauty Contest, and The Masquerade Ball. Disc 3 contains the episodes The Picnic, The House Guest, The X-Ray Story, The Gambler, The Stars Almost Born, and The Entertainer. Speaking of which, did you ever watch the episode Social Climbers? Anyway, Disc 4, Side A contains Wilma's Vanishing Money, Feuding and Fussing, Impractical Joker, Operation Barney, The Happy Household, Fred Strikes Out, and This is the Lifesaver. Or This is Your Lifesaver. And then Disc B Side B contains Trouble in Law, The Mailman Comic, The Rock Vegas Story, The Rock Divided We Sail, Kleptomaniac Caper, Latin Lover, and Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And about Social Climbers, did you know that in one scene of the episode Social Climbers, Wilma breaks down crying after Fred asks Wilma about going to the fireman's ball when Wilma would much rather go to the ambassador's reception? In another scene, the same thing happens to Betty when Betty breaks down crying after hanging up on the phone. And Barney asks him what's the matter, and Betty is like, I don't want to go to the fireman's ball. I want to go to the ambassador's reception. So, Husky Dog 88. Remember in Husky Dog 88, do you remember in many episodes, Betty cries usually with Wilma, and Fred cries usually with Barney? All right. Here's disc 1, which shows Fred Flintstone. Disc 2 contains Betty and Barney. Disc 3 contains Wilma. And disc 4 is split into 2 sides. So remember when Wilma usually when Betty usually cries with Wilma and Fred with Barney? Well, I was thinking of one episode from season 7 called The Bedrock Accident, where Betty cries with Fred instead of Wilma. No, I haven't. Now, each disc in this box set open up with the digitally generated version of the 1980s Warner Brothers FBI warning screen, the 1996 Warner Home Video logo in full screen with the regular strings theme, and then, of course, a DVD menu and the start of whatever episodes are on the disc. Here's this next release. The 2000 and it doesn't say when this was released, but this is a 2005 release of the Flintstones The Complete Third Season, in which this is the first season that used the more common Meet the Flintstones theme. Special delivery, 13 hours of season-free joy, including Pebbles' prehistoric birth. Bundle of joyful bonuses. Bedrock, and stuff. And season 3 is also marks the first appearance of Pebbles. Dada, come back! Did you hear my Pebbles impression? Did you know that Gene Vanderpyle, who did Wilma, was also Pebbles? Alright. Disc 1 of Season 3 contains the episode Dino Goes Hollyrock, which is one of the 2 episodes to use, which this and Fred's New Boss are the only 2 Season 3 episodes to use Rise and Shine. Well, beginning with Barney the Invisible, it contains Meet the Flintstones. Includes Dino Goes Hollyrock, Fred's New Boss, Barney the Invisible, the Bowling Ballet, the Twitch, and Here's Snow in Your Eyes. From Disc 1, Disc 2 contains the Buffalo Convention, The Little Stranger, Baby Barney, Hawaiian Escapade, Ladies' Day, and Nothing But the Tooth. Disc 3 contains the episodes High School Fred, Dial S for Suspicion, Flash Gun Freddy, The Kissing Burglar, Wilma the Maid, and The Hero. How did you know that they were left over from Season 2? Was that because they were originally meant to air as Season 2 episodes, but they accidentally or possibly aired it during Season 2's production, but then it was delayed in air date, so they aired it during Season 3? Alright. High School Fred, Dial S for Suspicion, Flash Gun Freddy, The Kissing Burglar, Wilma the Maid, and The Hero. Disc 4 contains the episodes. Side 1 of Disc 4 contains The Surprise, Mother-in-Law's Visit, Foxy Grandma, Fred's New Job, and Dress Rehearsal, while Side 2 contains Carry On, Nurse Fred, Ventriloquist Barney, The Big Move, Swedish Visitors, and The Birthday Party. And here's what each disc would look like. Here's Disc 1, which has Fred Flintstone holding pebbles. Disc 2 has Wilma talking to Betty while Pebbles is playing. And Disc 3 contains the episodes. Disc 3 contains Dino licking Barney Rubble while Pebbles is watching. And Disc 4 and each disc of the The Big Move had the 1979 Hanna-Barbera swirling star logo music with the All Stars logo. But you know what else? When I was watching the episode Ladies' Day on this DVD, the comedy logo's audio was in low tone, believe it or not. Just like in the Season 4 episode Little Bam Bam and the Season 5 episode The Hat Rocks and the Gruesomes. Anyway, each disc in this box set contains the 2004 blue FBI anti-piracy warning screen for Season 3, and then the 1996 Warner Home Video logo in full screen with the 1996 regular strings theme, the DVD menu, and the start of whatever episode is on those discs, depending on the disc. Alright. Here is the next DVD release, this also came out in 2005. The Flintstones, the complete fourth season, which, ironically enough, this DVD box set of the Flintstones, the complete fourth season, came out 1 week before the Polar Express was released on DVD. Did you know that? And then 1 week after Polar Express was released, March of the Penguins was released. So this was released November 15th, 2005. Polar Express released November 22nd, 2005. And March of the Penguins was released November 29th, 2005. Pebbles meets Bam Bam plus 25 more pre-hysterical fourth season episodes. And season 4 was apparently the last season where B. Benaderet voices Betty Rubble. But you want to know what's weird? I always see the errors in the end credits when I was watching season 4 reruns back on Boomerang back in 2010. You want to know what was weird? Oh, and about the episode High School Fred on the season 3 DVD, they incorrectly used the season 4 intro with Bam Bam. And the first... Yeah. And you know what else would be produced at the same time as season 4 as the Flintstones? It's not real, but you and I made it up. It would be produced at the same time as season 4, but it would air at the same time as season 5. Pebbles meets Bam Bam plus 25 more pre-hysterical fourth season episodes. And yes, all the episodes on this Flintstones DVD release. Yes. More shocking was that her husband, Eugene Twombly, passed away 4 days later. And he was much younger than B. Benaderet. In fact, he was John Ritter's age when her husband passed away. Did you know that, Husky Dog 88? Alright, now, Disc 1 of Season 4 contains the episodes Anne Mardrock Presents, Groom Groom, Little Bam Bam, Dino Disappears, Fred's Monkey Shines, and the Flintstones Canaries. And Husky Dog 88. The first Flintstones cast member that passed away was B. Benaderet. Then Alan Reed was the second. B. Benaderet was the first Flintstones actor that passed away. Then Alan Reed was the second. Then Mel Blanc. Then Gene Vanderpyle. Did you know that? Disc 1 contains the episodes Anne Mardrock Presents, Room Gloom, Little Bam Bam, Dino Disappears, Fred's Monkey Shines, and the Flintstone Canaries. Disc 2 contains the episodes Glooper 2, Big League Freddy, Old Lady Betty, Sleep On Sweet Fred, Kleptomaniac Pebbles, and Daddy's Little Beauty. Disc 3 contains the episodes Daddy's Anonymous, Peekaboo Camera, Once Upon a Coward, 10 Little Flintstones. Disc 3 contains Daddy's Anonymous, Peekaboo Camera, Once Upon a Coward, 10 Little Flintstones, Fred El Terrifico, and Bedrock Hillbillies. Yeah, but Alan Reed still voiced Fred Flintstone in seasons 5 through 6. Disc 4 contains the episodes Flintstone and the Lion, Cave Scout Jamboree, Room for Two, and Ladies' Night at the Lodge. Side B includes Real Trouble, Son of Rockzilla, Bachelor Days, and Operation Switchover. Here's what Disc 1 looks like. Which had Pebbles and Bam Bam making music. Disc 2 contains Fred and Barney in outfits. Disc 3 looks like there's a picture of Wilma and Betty at the beach. And Disc 4. Speaking of which, what were your thoughts on the episode where Dino ran away, aka Dino disappears? Husky Dog 88. Anyway, this DVD box set of the Flintstones of season 4 opens with the 2004 FBI anti-piracy warning. Each of those discs of season 4 open with the FBI anti-piracy warning. Yeah, and then in the middle of the episode, Wilma wakes Fred up to find out that Dino ran away, and this causes Pebbles to burst out crying, and then eventually Wilma starts crying, and then Fred, and then Barney. Whoa, Pebbles, Wilma, Fred, and Barney all crying in that episode. No wonder why they might have missed Dino. Wouldn't you agree? The only character that didn't cry in that episode was Betty Rubble. Every other character, Fred, Wilma, Barney, they all cried. Alright. And this box set opens with of season 4 opens with the 2004 Blue FBI anti-piracy warning, the 1996 Warner Home Video logo in full screen with the regular strings theme, and then the DVD menu, and the start of the episode, and the start of whatever episode is on the disc, depending on the disc. Oh, what I was about to ask you before was, do you know what TV show would be produced at the same time as season 4 of the Flintstones? It's uh, it's a it's an imaginary Hanna-Barbera Clifford series that I'm talking about. Speaking of which, Husky Dog 88, what if there was a Flintstone special where John Ritter guest starred in? A Flintstone special from the 1990s where John Ritter starred in, whose name is called John Rocker. All right. Let's imagine that John Ritter Rock. So, how would you feel if in that special, um, um, there is no John Ritter in the Flintstones special, but we're imagining it. All right, next up, it doesn't say when this was released, but it's a 2006 release of the Flintstones, the complete 5th season. Well, no, but it's actually a Hanna-Barbera Clifford the Big Red Dog 1964 series. It would have been funny if the Flintstones parodied Clifford called Cliff Rock the Big Red Dinosaur. Enjoy more Bedland and Bedrock with everyone's favorite Stone Age clans. Now, season 5, they had to hire somebody else to voice Betty Rubble because Bea Benaderet left and had to do work on Petticoat Junction at the time. Now, season 5, this was when somebody else had to voice. This was when somebody else had the part to play Betty Rubble because Bea Benaderet left to work on Petticoat Junction at the time season 5 was in production. They hired someone named Jerry Johnson. Jerry with a G. Enjoy more Bedland and Bedrock with everyone's favorite Stone Age clans. You know what was weird, Husky Dog 88? When I was watching Boomerang reruns of season 4, they showed the seasons 5 through 6 end credits for some reason, with crediting Gary Johnson as the voice of Betty. Isn't that weird? In fact, the DVD of the Flintstones, the complete 4th season, contains one episode where it accidentally uses the seasons 5 through 6 end credits instead of the season 4 one, that being Daddy's Anonymous. Other episodes use the correct season 4 end credits. Now, disc 1 of season 5 reads the episodes Pop Happy, Monster Fred, Itty Bitty Fred, Pebble's Birthday Party, Bedrock Rodeo Roundup, Cinderella Stone, A Haunted House is Not a Home, Dr. Sinister, The Gruesomes, The Most Beautiful Baby in Bedrock, Dino and Juliet, and King for a Night. Disc 3 contains Indian Rockalist 500, Adobe Dick, Christmas Flintstone, Fred's Flying Lesson, Fred's Second Car, and Time Machine. Disc 4 contains Side 1 contains the Hatlocks and the Gruesomes, Moonlight and Maintenance, Sheriff for a Day, Deep in the Heart of Tex Rock, The Rose Rock Caper, and Superstone. Side 2, Fred Meets Herky Rock and Surfin' Fred. Now I'm going to show you the disc. Now this is like the Looney Tunes collections from 2006 onward because of the way the discs are handled. But here's disc 1, which shows Wilma and Betty at the beach. Disc 2 shows Pebbles building a sandcastle, and Bam Bam is standing in the sand. Disc 3 shows Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble surfing. And disc 4. And what were your thoughts on the episode Monster Fred, when Fred got hit in the head with a bowling ball? And then later on in that episode, the Flintstones and Rubbles accidentally swapped their voices because Dr. Len Frankenstone did a brain experiment on them. Here's disc 4. Now I'm going to put them back. What if there was a Clifford episode from the 1964 series that copied the same plot, where Clifford accidentally eats too many chocolate bars and then turns into like, tell me a story, mommy. And then a similar mad doctor does a brain experiment on Clifford and Emily, and they swap voices. Alright, now this DVD box set of the Flintstones Complete Season 5 contains the blue FBI anti-piracy warning screen from 2004, the 1996 Warner Home Video logo in full screen with the 1996 regular stream theme, DVD menu, and the start of whatever episodes are on the disc. Well, what about when Clifford accidentally gets hit in the head with a tuba, and then he gets knocked unconscious, and then Clifford acts similar to how Fred Flintstone acted in the episode Monster Fred, in the middle of a band concert they were doing. Alright. Last Flintstones box set. Complete 6th season, 2006 DVD release. The final piece of prehistoric bedrock. Oh, sorry about this, folks. I was blacked out a little bit, but I'm back. Alright, final piece of prehistoric bedrock. Special features. Yeah. Yeah. I might have experienced technical difficulties in this stream, but I'm back. Okay, disc 1 of season 6 contains No Biz Like Showbiz, The House That Fred Built, The Return of Stoney Curtis, Disorder in the Court, Circus Business in Samantha. Disc 2 contains The Great Gazoo, Rip Van Flintstone, The Gravelberry Pie King, The Stonefinger Caper, The Masquerade Party, and Shinrock A Go Go. I know, right? And I have great internet, so this couldn't have been possible. Disc 3 contains Royal Rubble, Sing Doubles, How to Pick a Fight with Your Wife Without Really Trying, Fred Goes Ape, The Long Long Weekend, and 2 Men on a Dinosaur. And Disc 4 contains The Treasure of Sierra Madrock, Curtain Call It Bedrock. Side A contains The Treasure of Sierra Madrock, Curtain Call It Bedrock, Boss for a Day, Fred's Island, Jealousy, and Dripper. And disc side B contains My Fair Freddy and the Stories of Rocky Raiders. I guess they become very creative and come up with their own ideas. No, but they did a parody on the Beach Boys on Surfin' Fred, singing Everybody's Going Crazy with a Surfing Crane, which was the last season 5 episode, by the way. Here's what disc 1 looks like with Fred and Wilma holding drinks. Disc 2 has Pebbles, Dino, and Bam Bam. disc 3 contains Betty and Barney holding drinks. And here's disc 4, split into sides. And the Season 6 DVD box set, each of those 4 discs in the Season 6 box set, they have the 2004 blew-up anti-piracy warning screen, the 1996 Warner Home Video logo in full screen with the regular 1996 regular strings theme, and then, of course, DVD menu and the start of whatever episodes are on the disc. Alright. Here's this next DVD release. It doesn't say when this came out, but this is a 2007 DVD release of A Flintstones Christmas Carol, which is a 1994 TV special. A feature-length movie classic. Yeah. Have happy holidays the bedrock way, it says. The only bonus feature on here is a bonus episode called Christmas Flintstone, which is a Season 5 episode from 1964. And here is the disc for Flintstones Christmas Carol. I'll just show it right here. And this DVD of A Flintstones Christmas Carol opens with the 2004 blew-up anti-piracy warning screen, the 1996 Warner Home Video logo in full screen with the 1996 regular strings theme, a preview for the Warner Brothers Christmas Television Favorites collection, and then, of course, the DVD menu, and, of course, the start of the special. Now, the bonus episode, Christmas Flintstone, this episode on the Flintstones Christmas Carol DVD, Christmas Flintstone, contains, at the end after the credits of the episode, that is, the 1994 Hanna-Barbera Comedy All-Stars logo, which ends with Fred Flintstone zooming toward the logo. All of my Flintstones DVD box sets from seasons 1 through 6 also use the Comedy All-Stars logo. In fact, I have way more with the Comedy All-Stars logo than I have with the Action one. Next up, I have the only Jetsons DVD box that I have. It doesn't say when this came out, but it's a 2004 release of the Jetsons' complete first season, which ran at the same time as Season 3 of the Flintstones, from 1962 to 1963. This one stars George O'Hanlon as the voice of George Jetson, Penny Singleton as Jane, Janet Waldo as Judy Jetson. In fact, you know what's interesting about the 1964 to 87 series of Clifford the Big Red Dog? In season 1, Bea Benaderet would voice Emily Elizabeth, but then, beginning in season 2 and onward, Janet Waldo would voice Emily Elizabeth. Janet Waldo, who did Judy Jetson, would voice Emily Elizabeth in future seasons, while Bea Benaderet, who did Betty Rubble in the Flintstones, would voice Emily Elizabeth in season 1. And this one says, go back to the future and meet the original space-age family. And as you know, back in 1989, they were doing production for Jetsons the movie. But unfortunately, while the film was being produced, George O'Hanlon apparently passed away in the middle of production. And Mel Blanc also did that nearly 5 months later. They both passed away during production, which the film was theatrically released in 1990, and both of them passed away in 1989, so isn't that shocking? And Husky Dog 88. And Mel Blanc, he had emphysema and heart disease before he passed away. Did you know that? Actually, Mel Blanc had heart disease and emphysema. It wasn't cancer. It was heart disease and emphysema that killed Mel Blanc. If you're talking about Bea Benaderet, on the other hand, she did that. She passed away from cancer brought on by smoking, and not Mel Blanc. Yeah. Yep, that's right. And disc 1 of season 1 of the Jetsons contains the episodes Rosie the Robot, A Date with Jet Screamer, The Space Car, The Coming of Astro, Jetsons Night Out, The Good Little Scouts, and The Flying Suit. Disc 2 contains Rosie's Boyfriend, Elroy's TV show, Unilab, A Visit from Grandpa, Astro's Top Secret, Elroy's Pet, and Test Pilot. Disc 3 contains the episodes Millionaire Astro, The Little Man, Lost Venus, Jean's Driving Lesson, G.I. Jetson, Miss Solar System, and TV or Not to Be. Oh, alright. Disc 2 contains Rosie's Boyfriend, Elroy's TV show, Unilab, A Visit from Grandpa Astro's Top Secret Elroy's Howlin' Test Pilot. Disc 3 contains Millionaire Astro, The Little Man, Las Venus, Jane's Driving Lesson, G.I. Jetson, Miss Spire System, Miss Solar System, and TV or Not TV. And Disc 4 contains Private Property, Dude Planet, and Elroy's Mob. Here's what Disc 1 looks like. It has George Jetson and his wife Jane. Well, luckily it wasn't like that with the Flintstones, but at least they made new special. Disc 2, which shows Judy Jetson. Disc 3 contains Elroy Jetson. And Disc 4 with Astro the dog. Did you know that there was an error in one airing of Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?, called Never Ape and Ape Man? They accidentally used the Comedy All-Stars soundtrack in the Action All-Stars logo, which is weird. And the DVD box set of the Jetsons Season 1, each of those discs, they open with the 1996 Who Want a Home Video logo in full screen with the 1996 regular Springs theme. And then, of course, the DVD menu, the Jetsons theme, and the start of whatever episodes are on the disc. Alright. That was part 3. Stay tuned for part 4, in which we will be looking at the VeggieTales and Scooby-Doo titles from Warner Brothers.